Guys, welcome back to the channel for another ball review. Today we're going to look at the new release by Storm, the Qtourruby, and I'm going to compare that to the Storm Revenant, and also I have an Qtour Solid that we're going to showcase later in the video. So how did I drill my Qtourruby? Well, I drilled it 4.5 by 4.5 by 2.5 VLS layout. Layout on the Revenant is going to be 5 by 5 by 2 3/4 VLS layout, so they should be a little bit similar. And we're just going to go out in this 42-foot house shot where they use ice oil and see how well these two balls compare to each other. They should be very similar with the strength. I know the Qtour has the 0.29 differential, so it should give me a little bit more length, but the flare should be about the same. But I'm just going to go out here on this house shot, throw some shots, and see what we get. I'm doing my usual thing. I'm on this house shot. I'm going to start right around first arrow because this is a weaker ball for me in my arsenal, and then we're just going to migrate left and make some shots and see what happens. All right, so right around first arrow with this first shot. The surface is out of box. I haven't changed it yet. I've only thrown it about 10 frames. Give it the old whirl and see what happens. Not a good shot. Not bad. Not a very good shot. I got to get warmed back up again because, you know, I'm old. Old people need warm up. Let's try that again. That was about 7 at the arrows. We try to throw a little straighter, but that ball reaction was very good. Wasn't sure how this ball was going to react because of the reactor gloss. You know, in my past videos, I have changed the surface on them, scuffed them up with like right around 2,000 to get a truer reaction off the drive for me. But this one right out of the box is rolling pretty good. All right, let's see if I can make a better shot this time. Throw a first arrow instead of 7. But we'll see. That's better. That was 6. Came around it. That looks pretty good. I'm excited about this one. The Emerald I had when I first signed with Storm, and it was with the R2S on it, and the way I was throwing it, the ball went like 60 feet. It never really reacted off the dry. Well, this Qtourruby right out of the box is rolling really good for me, even though I am playing a little more right. If I was using this at this house shot, that's where I would play with it, starting off in the fresh, really far to the right, first arrow, bounce it off the gutter a little bit like that last one. But I'm gonna migrate a couple left, throw a couple more shots, and see how it reacts. I'm liking this. Color looks good too. Try to throw more 7, 8 at the arrows, out to the dry like the last one. That was 9. That was 9, a little around it with my hand. Been working on that still. I'm gonna throw it one more time, but still, even though I got a little left in the oil, it did recover down lane off the dry like the way I would want it to. It's looking pretty good. All right, let's make a better shot. Same spot though. Try to throw it like 7, 8 at the arrows, not 9 like that last one. Oh, out the door. That was like 7, 8 at the arrows. I whipped it out into the dry really early. The recovery was nice, and 10 back. We're digging this ball already. We're digging it. I'm gonna switch over to the Revenant now in the same spot. Start at first arrow, just like I did with the Qtourruby, and see if it's either stronger or weaker down lane than the IQ. Now the surface on the Revenant, I did, like in my last video, I did hit it with 2,000 to take the reactor gloss off it, and it really rolls a lot better for me with the reactor gloss off it than out of box. All right, out there by first arrow again. Now the R3S on this cover should be a little stronger than the R2S that's on the Qtourruby. Ah, that's 9. That was a little left. Let's try that again. Got to throw better shots than that. All right, one more time. Try to get more close to the first arrow. That was not good. There is a lot of friction to the right, so I'm trying to make sure I throw it the right way so it reads right down lane. Ah, that's 9. Last couple of shots were kind of subpar, so I'm going to try to throw a little bit better one more time by the first arrow, and then I'm going to move left. More like that. That was first arrow. Nice. All right, I'm going to move a couple left, hit like 7, 8. Throw it out to the dry again, just like I did with the Qtourruby, and see if that gives me a similar reaction. Both these balls are rolling pretty good today. All right, here's 7, 8 at the arrows. Hopefully I don't hit 9. Let's make a good shot. That was 9, came around it. Not bad. It was a little cleaner through the front, and the response off the dry was a little bit different than the Ruby. It wasn't as smooth, kind of wiggled a little bit. So I'm gonna throw the Qtour Solid and see if that solid cover makes a smoother reaction down lane. On the Qtour Solid, it is drilled a little bit stronger, has a 4-inch pin instead of the 4.5-inch pin or the 5-inch pin on the other two. I drilled this for the ball on the PBA 50 National Tour, so it is a little stronger because we use higher volumes of oil out there compared to what's on the house shot. But we're gonna go out here and see the way it reacts. So back by first arrow. This should be earlier and smoother than the last two because those are pearls and this is a solid. There we go. That was pretty good too. That one was a little bit cleaner through the fronts, probably because there's ball's lane shine compared to the other two, even though it is a solid. I'm gonna throw that one more time. That was like 7 at the arrows. All right, one more time. That was 8. I'll tell you what, man. 300 coming. All 3 balls, striking at will. Old man can do it. Now that I showcase all 3 balls, playing right around first arrow, well, I'd say first arrow, but anywhere between 5 and 7 with my shots. Now we're gonna move farther left because I wanna see what this ball really can do when I move left and throw it right. Much in my past videos with my low rev rate and stuff, with the higher volumes of oil for league, usually that's what happens. If I get left and throw it right, the balls will tend to wiggle down lane. But we're gonna get this Qtourruby and see what it can do and see if I can get how far left I can get and throw it right. Because last video I kind of cut it off late. All right, so this one's gonna be more second arrow compared to the last one was first arrow. Still want to get it out to the dry though. It's a weaker ball. Not bad, a little rounded. You see it was a lot cleaner now that I moved left. I'm gonna do that one more time and try to throw it a little bit better. That wasn't as good. I kind of was a little lazy with it. All right, let's try it again. Be aggressive, throw a good shot, get the ball to shape down lane. There you go, like that. That was nice. Even though it was a lot cleaner to the fronts, a little lazier off the dry down lane because it was trying to dig through the oil, it came off the dry nice and smooth. So now I'm gonna throw the Revenant in the same spot and see if that's a different ball reaction than the Qtourruby. The Revenant is a ball I'm gonna use later in blocks. It's gonna be the same thing with the Qtourruby. I'm not gonna use that early on the fresh because of the pearl cover and the weaker cover. I'm gonna use it a lot later in blocks. All right, so this is Revenant right around second arrow. I'm gonna throw it just like I did the Qtourruby. Slow it down a little bit, throw it out to the dry. Up, around it. I was around it a lot. Let's try that again. Boop, 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 boop. All right, let me throw a better one than the last one. Get a little more underneath it, not so much around it. There you go, like that. That was nice, more underneath it. I feel the last couple of shots for the Revenant, from what I see compared to the Qtourruby, is the Ruby is a lot cleaner because it has that out-of-box surface compared to where I hit this ball with 2000. The Qtourruby looked a lot smoother off the dry compared to the Revenant where it was a little bit sharper off the dry. So I'm gonna throw it one more time and we're gonna see if I can get that same reaction as the last one. So try not to be around, throw it a lot, kind of like the last one, get a little bit more underneath it, make the ball shape right. Like that, that was really good. Just like that, that was really good. Like you see, it pushed through the fronts, nice and clean because the R3S cover, that's pearl, and then it came off the dry a lot sharper than the Qtourruby. So now I'm gonna switch over to the Qtour Solid and throw some shots in the same spot as the last two. So with this one being the solid, it should, and the 4-inch pin, it should be a little bit earlier than both of those balls, but be a lot smoother than both. So same spot, second arrow, man, if I just throw it like the last one for that Revenant, that was really good. There you go, like that. Perfect, that was nice. A little bit earlier, still clean through the fronts, a lot smoother off the dry and rounder. So now we're gonna switch back over to the Ruby and I'm gonna move even farther left and see how far I can go. Nosebleed section, baby, nosebleed section. I want you guys to get too excited, okay? Low rev rate guy, really clean cover, polish on it. Hopefully I can make it shape the right way for you guys. All right, we're in there. Like third arrow, I'm gonna move up and go a little slower. Still throw it out to the dry though. Probably gonna come around this one because I needed to come off the dry the right way. Not enough. Need to come around. We need to, a little more rev rate, a little more fingers in the ball this time, man. My low rev rate. You can see as I'm moving that far left, this ball is very clean, so I'm probably gonna have to scratch it up a little bit, but I like it right now out of the box, so I'm gonna give it some more games before I actually do it. So we're not gonna do that in this video. All right, third arrow, get it out to the dry. Get the read a little earlier. There we go, like that. You see, way too clean ball. I'm not gonna use when I get that far, that deep, especially on a house shot. Maybe on a longer pattern when they get, because it has, a longer pattern has less oil over a longer distance. So there's gonna be less volume in the middle there. That ball is probably gonna be nice and clean and it's going to recover off the dry the right way compared to on this house shot. So now I'm going to switch over the Revenant in the same spot, see if this ball's a little, it should be stronger than that one. That was really clean, really confused down lane, really didn't want to hook the right way. So this Revenant should be a lot better, or make the right shape, I should say. Let's see, third arrow, get in there, throw it out to the dry. There you go. And there you go. That Revenant for me is stronger than the Qtourruby. Well, the core's a little stronger, and that cover is just slightly stronger, but then I took the polish off, so that helped it dig through the oil, playing that deep. I'm going to throw the Tour solid and see if that does the similar reaction as the last time I threw it, where it's nice and smooth off the dry. Feeling like a big cranker on all this stuff, man. I'm starting to throw them pretty good in there. Go, Petey Weedy. There you go. And you can see because of the lane shine on that cover, it pushed down the lane a lot quicker than the Revenant, and it was smoother off the dry. So now you see him, first arrow, second arrow, got into the third arrow and threw it to the right. Let's throw a couple more shots, and we're gonna wrap this video up. I'm gonna move back right, because this is where I would throw this ball normally. Right around second arrow again, a little shallower angle. And we can wrap this thing up for you guys. Oh, that's out to the right. Throw a better one. That elbow came out. Come on, man. Throw it right. Throw a good shot. Guy's so used to playing in nosebleed that I got my elbow get out. All right, one more time. Make a good shot. So eventually, I mean, after throwing this for a little while, I will scratch this ball up as I throw it in tournaments and stuff like that. I'm not going to keep it out of box. Just want to showcase it for you guys in the video. Not bad, not bad. All right, guys, that's my video on the new release by Storm, the Qtourruby, and I compared that to the Storm Revenant and also an Tour Solid. Remember, guys, do that thing, hit that like button, subscribe, turn that bell for notifications so when you know when my content hits the internet. I smell like a berry flavor. You smell a berry flavor? What is this? DNA. This will be my next ball review, guys. Stay tuned.